Welcome to the home practice for week 2 of the program. Remember that there are other options as well. So just like in class, we're going to focus on grounding the points of contact and breathing up and down from the ground. So let's just take a moment now to be conscious of the touch of the feet on the ground. If you're like me, I happen to be quite small. You might even want to place a cushion underneath you so that you can have yourself at the back of the chair without your feet dangling. If you're taller than me, that might not be necessary for you. And feeling the touch of the feet on the ground, maybe having your eyes downcast or closed. And imagining inhaling up from the feet through the legs to the lungs, and exhaling back down from the lungs through the legs to the feet and to the ground. Continuing to breathe this way, from the ground to the lungs, and from the lungs through the body to the feet to the ground. And we will do this in all the poses that are static. In the ones where we're moving, or dynamic movements, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So bring the hands in front of the heart. Right? Make sure that the back is straight. I've just done that myself. And inhale, stretch the arms far apart and away, stretch through the fingers. Exhale, bring the hands back in front of the heart to touch. Inhale, remember to inhale through the nose, stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, bring the hands back in front of the heart. And again, one more time. Inhale, stretch, stretch. And exhale. And now, we're going to lift the hands up overhead, turn the palms upward, inhaling up from the ground all the way through to the hands, and maybe we even touch the hands up overhead. You may wish to do that. Exhale, bring the breath down as the hands come down, touching the side of whatever kind of chair you are in. You could even be on a sofa. Inhale, turn the palms up, breathing. Exhale. Breathing back down to the ground, hands come down as well. Good. And now we're going to take a side stretch. So this is going to be static. Take your right hand and place it either on the side of your leg or on the chair. And the left arm is going to lift up. Try to soften at the shoulder, as you may see I've just done. And you may wish to look upward, but only if that's comfortable for the neck. And you're really stretching through the side of the body, so you're kind of almost leaning a little bit to the right. And as you're here, inhale from the feet up into the lungs, exhaling back down. Breathing in this way, ideally through the nose. And back down. Holding here, breathing up and down from the ground. And inhale, exhale, let that hand come down. And we're going to switch sides, lifting up the right hand. Once again, be mindful. See if you can draw the shoulder down a little bit. We place a lot of weight on the shoulder in daily life, so it's good if we can release it. If it feels comfortable for your neck, you may wish to look upwards. Reach through the fingers strongly, so not having just hanging hands, but strong, active hands. And from here, remembering to inhale up from the ground, through the legs, the lungs, and again, exhaling back down. And just staying here. And if the mind gets lost in other thoughts, well, just keep bringing it back to breathing up and down from the ground. Inhale, and exhale, release. And let's just take some shoulder rolls. Inhale through the nose, lift up. Exhale, roll them back. Inhale up. Exhale, roll them back. Do it in your own time, with your own breath rate. And now in the opposite direction again. Breathing up in your own time, your own way. Exhale, breathing down. Twice more. Good. And again, feeling the contact between the ground and your feet. Breathing up and down from the ground. We're going to take a spinal twist. So place your left hand on your right knee, and your right hand, we have some options here, and it will also depend on what you're actually sitting on. So you may just place the hand to the side like this. I actually have something I can grip onto, which is nice. If you feel you need to go deeper and you have somewhere else to hold on to, you can go into the back of the chair, twisting. And as you arrive here, also twisting through the neck, breathing up and down from the ground as you hold this spinal twist, nourishing the spine while you promote this feeling of being grounded. Inhale, and exhale, come all the way around to the opposite side. So place your right hand now on your left knee, and your left hand's going to be on the side of the chair or the back of the chair, whatever seems appropriate for you. Try and do the same thing you did on the other side. Symmetry is always good. And as you're here and you've found your place in the pose, breathing up from the ground, breathing down to the ground. Breathing up from the ground and down, and coming back around. Okay. And now we're going to stretch the muscles behind the legs, the hamstrings. So for me personally, I like to place the hands underneath the chair to give myself a little bit of a grip. And even walk myself forward just a touch on the chair. And then after doing that, lifting up the right leg. And flexing the toes towards the nose so I can really feel that sense of pulling behind the leg and the hamstrings. If it's not enough of a stretch for you and you feel that it's appropriate, you can even lift it up a little bit, but that takes quite a lot of energy from the core. Not an easy practice. It might feel more relaxing to let the leg rest on the chair. As you continue to breathe up and down from the ground into the lungs and from the lungs to the ground. And release. And now we'll do the other leg, the left. Lift it up. Draw the toes towards the nose. You might even want to close your eyes, just feeling the stretch. Try not to lock the knee. If you're not sure if you're locking the knee, direct your attention there, and if it feels like you're really letting the kneecap kind of just sink into the leg, maybe have a teeny, teeny little bend. And breathing up and down from the ground. And release down. That's a noisy chair, isn't it? Now we're going to come into threading a needle. So this works into the hips. By the way, this is great as well for sciatica, something that I have. so I like doing this. Place the left foot right above the right knee and really make sure that that left foot is flexed. That protects your knee. And then from here, you can place the hands on the back of the sofa or the chair. I like to have something to grip onto. If you don't, you can just let the hands be behind you. And bend yourself forward. And as you're here experiencing the sensations of the pose, remember to keep breathing up from the ground and back down to the ground. Inhale, rise up. I want to exhale through my mouth. Maybe you want to join me. And switch sides. So now the right foot's going to come right above the left knee. Again, make sure that you have that flexion here so that the knee is protected. Hands can be behind you, and if you have something to grip onto, that's nice. It's not necessary though. And you can bend forward. And by the way, if you don't have anything to grip onto, you can just let the hands be forward as well. Just make sure that your buttocks is firmly on the seat so that you don't roll forward. You wouldn't want that. And as you're here, just breathing up and down from that left leg into the lungs, and from the lungs down that left leg to the ground. And inhale, rise up. And maybe again, release the foot. And now we're going to roll the spine up and down. Right? So a bit of cats and cows and chair. Very healthy for the back. So inhale, arch the back, look up. Don't let the neck come all the way back. We still want to keep it long. And exhale, round the spine, and the chin can just hang down towards the chest. Inhale up, arching the back, looking upwards, really pulling the chest upwards. And exhale, rounding the spine, letting the chin come back towards the chest. And last time, inhale, lifting, opening the chest, shining upwards. And exhale, rolling back down. Great. And now if you'd like, we're going to come off of the chair. You're free to not do this if you would prefer not to, but we're going to use the chair as a support. So I'm just going to change its position. So I'm going to do this. Pretty simple. So you want to be at the back of the chair. Do make sure your chair is nice and stable. You're going to walk back a little bit. Actually, I'm going to move the chair forward just a touch. That's better. And I'm going to walk back a little bit. And then I'm going to inhale and lift up the left foot. Exhale, bring it down. Now I'm going to inhale and lift up the right foot. And exhale, bring it down. One more time. I'm going to inhale and lift up the left foot. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up the right foot. Exhale, bring it down. And we're going to stretch a little bit into the back, the shoulders, and the back of the legs by just walking the feet away a little bit, relaxing the head, and allowing ourselves to sink down, to the chest to sink kind of in between the shoulders as we keep the legs straight. And from here, we're breathing up from the legs into the lungs, and again, breathing back down from the lungs to the legs to the ground, keeping that contact as we have this stretch that moves through so much of the body. Inhale, rise up. Walk towards the chair. And we're going to put it back to where it was just a moment ago. I'm even going to put my cushion back. And we're going to do two sun salutations. And inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Inhale, look up straight back, placing the hands on the shins if you can. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side and overhead. Exhale, hands come in front of the heart. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Let's do it again. Inhaling, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, look up, straight back. Hands on the shins, looking upward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands come out to the sides, up overhead. Exhale, hands down towards the heart. Inhale, look, lift up. Exhale, this time to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Very nice. Just take a moment to feel the touch of the feet on the ground. And we're going to do just one more pose. And for this, we won't need the chair anymore. So we're now sitting on this cushion to lift up the lower back. You don't have to, but I find it's very supportive. Flex the toes towards the nose. Lift the arms up overhead and really stretch through the fingers. Right? Don't leave them lazy, but use the muscles of the fingers. There are many of them. Soften the shoulders. And from this very open position, exhale, come forward. And you don't need to reach the toes. It may be that you place the hands on the shins or the knees or even the thighs. You might reach the feet. But much more important is that the shoulders and the chest remain open, and relax the neck and head as you are here, feeling the touch of the body on the ground, breathing up from the legs into the lungs and back from the lungs into the ground. Continuing to breathe in this way through the nose. And inhale, rise up. And we're going to exhale, and we're going to come into lying position. So lying back, the palms are up. They're away from the body. The feet are about as wide apart as the mat if you're using one, or if not, just wide enough apart to allow the hips to relax. If for any reason your lower back feels uncomfortable, you can always bend your knees here, and that will help to take the tension out. And from here, just continuing to imagine breathing up from the ground, the back of the body to the front of the body, and back from the front of the body to the back of the body into the ground. And in this resting position, we have an opportunity to allow the body to integrate all of the benefit from these movements. So we try to stay here for 5 to 10 minutes. That is usually what we do in yoga, so see if you can allow yourself that time. And when you come up, maybe spend 2 or 3 minutes just in seated, maybe back in the chair, imagining breathing up and down from the ground. It's a wonderful practice if you have the time, and you really are worth this time. So, allowing yourself to monitor that now, and I'll let you finish on your own.